Baron and Baroness of the Citadel of the Southern Pass. You have their Excellencies' leave to make yourself comfortable.
Thank you all for giving us this time. The Crown has told us, empowered us to take care of some of their business, and
we are their servants.
We are their servants, and there's some back scrolls. It'll be lovely. But, hopefully everyone's having a great time. Yeah. If you're not in the shade, God in heaven, please get in the shade. Because it was, and then it was not, and then yeah. So we're all glad that we're here. It's been a while, and I'm glad. And we're gonna have some fun times. There was some very silly brawl room fighting that I thought was the rolling pin was very deadly from what I could tell.
Yes.
Yeah. Lord John, I'm sorry.
I was made into a pie crust.
Yes. He didn't listen to a word I told him.
That's right. Meat's back on the menu.
Are you all having fun?
Yes.
Yes. All right. If the event staff would stand up, please, so we could recognize them. This would be the gatekeepers, setup, or are they all at the gate?
We're all working.
Everybody's working. They're all working.
Where's Janina?
She's right there.
Janina. Genevieve's here.
If you all please would acknowledge the hard work from the event staff, please. As we all know, this is a volunteer organization, and it can never happen without the hard work of many, many members of the different groups, and their work and efforts do not go unnoticed. So thank you for all that you've done. Thank you.
Do my thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I had to write it down because otherwise I would go off course and she would have to correct me. Saturday night court at Battlemore a few weeks ago, we experienced a beautiful moment where people stood up and asked to be held accountable. It was a little confusing, but it was still very organic and lovely. There is a change in the SCA where things are growing and improving, where we are striving as people, as peers, as officers and members to live the best possible way in the core values of the society. I am human and have human failures. If there is something wrong or I cause problems or issue with you, please let me know so I can be a better person. If you are uncomfortable speaking to me or any other person in the society, there are many others that you can talk to who can intercede on your behalf, such as Her Excellency or the Seneschalate. The old ways of how things are done, which aren't very clear or weren't done at all, will no longer work. We now know better and there's no going back. We must be better and kinder to one another. Of the many concerns that people have, and one of them is alcohol. For some it's a joy, and for others it's a turnoff. Adults should be able to feel comfortable saying no or no thank you with no pressure. People should opt into but not opt out of when offered a libation to some good gentle who is of age and who can give legal consent. A simple no or no thank you is sufficient and should not be pressed upon them. No reason needs to be given. No is sufficient for those who wish to imbibe or do anything at any event. No is sufficient. We want to grow the SCA. We want to grow the Outlands. We want to have joy and fun. Everyone should have the ability to have joy and fun on their own terms and in a group without ever worrying. And this is my words because I felt it was important to say, and as Baron, it weighs more, I think. But that was all I wanted to say.
If you have further questions, please feel free to talk to any one of us.
Yes.
Will Lord Riley Warren please approach their Excellencies?
Oh.
Or a representative thereof.
Oleg, you want to get in now?
Yeah.
Yep, he's here.
So we had a tournament a couple weeks ago, more than a couple weeks ago,
Yes.
a couple of months ago, where Lord Riley won soundly. You don't have to. Too bad. He won soundly, and there was a gift, a prize, specifically this axe, which I conveniently had left in my kitchen the day of the tournament and forgot to get. So, if you could see that he gets this gift as the reward for his tournament.
And his prowess on the fighting field, which was extreme.
Extremely prowess, and very impressive. And so he has a lovely gift. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
3 cheers for Lord Riley Warren. Hip hip. Huzzah! Hip hip. Huzzah! Hip hip. Huzzah! This is a public service announcement for those of you who still have knees. This beautiful piece of work is called a kneeling pillow. Now, you may think that this is something that you have to approach with all awe and respect. That's up to you. However, when it comes to the actual use of a kneeling pillow, allow me to demonstrate.
Better you than me.
Are you sure?
Yep. Can you get back up?
No! No!
It's a kneeling pillow.
Yes! Yes! You hit the target! That's what you're looking to use the kneeling pillows. The kneeling pillows are for you. They're not for them. They're for you. So please make use of them. And believe me, having no knees, that was horrible, and that was nice. Thank you.
Thank you. We would like to also add, I am one of those individuals who find it rather difficult to kneel, that if you are more comfortable standing, if you are called into one of our courts, please feel free to stay standing. We understand that the body is not always as willing as the heart and the mind.
And we more importantly want everyone to be comfortable.
Yes.
Because, yeah.
It's hard getting up sometimes for those of us with bad knees.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
Oh, beautiful. Beric and Beatrice, Sultan and Queen of these fair outlands, send greetings. Whereas it is our right to recognize those persons who have contributed greatly to the society and to our realm, we are minded this day to bestow upon our loyal subject, Kaidu Bukhaitai, an award of arms. We convey all rights of this rank and charge that its responsibilities continue to be fulfilled. We further charge our subject to consult with ourselves and our heralds in the creation of suitable and unique arms. By our hands this 15th day of January, AS 56, being 2022 in the Common Era. Barak Sultan, Beatrice Queen. Illumination by Mistress Hermina Matilda de Anslia of Meridain. Calligraphy by Zahira Al-Khatib.
That's why they call it a back scroll. So if there is someone from White Mountain, or no, Kaidu is White Mountain or Nahrun. If there's a good gentle from Nahrun that would take this for the kind gentle and see that he gets to it. It's a work of art. Oh, hold on. It's a work of art. It's a work of art. And please come to court.
Cheers for Kaidu! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Robert and Maggie.
Mage.
Robert and Mage, King and Queen of the lands of the Outlands, to all in singular send greetings. Whereas Charles called the Bear has displayed great skill in his axe on the field of combat, it is our will that he be admitted to the Order of the Stag's Blood. Huzzah! For his great merit. We further bestow the right to bear the insignia of the Order, to wit, vert in saltire, a sword inverted proper, and an axe argent hafted or, surmounted by a stag's head cabossed argent, armed with an abordure embattled or, to which we set our hands this 15th day of April, Anno Societatis 51, being 2017 Gregorian, Robert King, Mage Queen. The work, I can't read it.
Ronan. Oh, Sir Ronan.
Which one?
Matt Connell. The Society Kingdom Earl Marshal. This is why we call them back scrolls, because 2017, y'all. It's been a bit.
He's a Navy belt.
He's a Navy belt now, yeah, but we have the ability to get this
He's my belt brother.
belt brother. Do you want? Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, because let's say we were gonna give it to him at some point, but if you would be so kind. And again, it is a work of art.
I would be greatly appreciated. You'll see.
3 cheers for Lord Robert! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Charles, let's try again. 3 cheers for Lord Charles the Bear! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! I'm glad somebody's listening to me, that's all I have to say.
We're in good company. Actually, you know what? Let's do autographs. Yeah, we'll do that.
Jaxarticus II and Anna, Rex and Regina of the Outlands send greetings to all who come by these present letters. Asbjorn Dragur, whereas it has come to our notice that through diverse great efforts you have considerably enriched our realm, it is thus our pleasure to recognize these achievements with an award of arms. Huzzah! At this time, we convey all rights and charge that the responsibilities of this rank continue to be met. We further charge you to consult with ourselves and our heralds to determine suitable and unique arms, that you may bear these arms throughout the known world as a sign of your great merit. Done by our hands on this 24th day of September, Anno Societatis 56, being 2022 Gregorian. Jaxarticus King, Anna Queen. Illumination and runic by Lady Miriam, daughter of Arkel. And I'm sure His Excellency will correct that.
So Asbjorn is no longer in White Mountain. He has moved to Colorado and kind of inactive at the moment. But if anybody's going to see him, it's going to be us at some point.
Okay. Well, first of all, that's all runic form, and I would go blind trying to do this and translate it, which is lovely because it's in English in the background. But if you would be so kind as to take this and make sure it gets to him.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. 3 cheers.
3 cheers for Lord Asbjorn. Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah!
He does.
Mordecai, if you would, please.
They'd like you to come up.
It's all, there's 3. Where's everybody else?
They're sitting
They wandered away. There's like in there.
Okay.
Okay.
Aya!
They're getting the other girls apparently.
Aya!
The cow is going for a
Oh, there they are.
Who's cow?
You're being
Who's
summoned
cow?
to court.
She's like, no, it's my cow.
Apparently the cow's a thing.
Yeah, yes.
Cows.
Vault.
The brain is feeling well, it's just a male cow.
Those are
Run
war
over
points,
there.
Your Excellency.
She set it down.
Good afternoon. How are you all doing today? All right. This is the lifeblood of the society. This is our future. I have noticed that today, Clan Wars, where we do cow stealing and stuff, you have been very careful to guard this cow with your lives.
Militant.
That's a good drover.
It is our cow. It is your cow. And what I'd like to do is we always pay the guard. So I have for each of you a small little gift to commemorate your guarding of the cow to preserve it for their royal majesties, as of course everything within this kingdom belongs to them. But again, thank you. You are our future. If we could please
3 cheers for these ladies. Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! The autocrat of clan wars, please approach their excellencies. Autocrats of clan.
We have a bunch of things to give you all as largesse for volunteers. Yeah. We've got bags, fabric, blades, and stuff in the bag.
The game was made by Lady Astis. So if you are unfamiliar with Three Man Morris, she is the expert and she can talk you through. But we would just like to say thank you for hosting this event and being so kind as sharing some of your event time with us.
Do you all have any announcements you can make?
Yes, please.
Okay, so now that we got a bigger crowd, I'm going to repeat some of the announcements from this morning and plus add on a few. One, we could use some volunteers for bear patrol tonight. There are bears. The bears. And also, if you could please put your coolers, lock your foodstuffs in the car when you go to bed tonight.
Or your tents. Or your tents, right? Your tents.
I'm not putting that in my
No, you're
tonight.
gonna put your tent. I heard tale of ones where people did not heed this warning, and there was one bear that kept trying to go towards this one tent. It's like, I don't know what they want. It's just a vegetarian pizza in there. It's like, it's food. They will smell the food and they will go for the food. And I mean, it just, there's a fun sign coming up here that, you know, it's, if you did not know they were talking about bears, you know, context is everything. I'm trying to remember what it said. So we're running a little bit behind today. They were waiting for some people to get here, but we did promise them that they could have some court time. So my 1 o'clock class, I'm going to tack it on after my later dance class. This specific class, actually, it's a Saidi class, which is, it's not just dance, it's a little bit about the history, about the music. So even if you don't dance, it's fun to come and learn a little bit because it's an important look on just the history of a people and not just, woo, belly dance, you know what I mean? So yeah, so there will be a practical, it'll start with a practical class on Zills later. So the first one will be a practical class on Zills. And then we'll do a class on, the class on CD will be after that. One other change with ANS is Lady Susanna Jewell, the Honorable Lady over there. She has set up her tablet weaving station over there. So immediately after court, well, her class is set to start at 1400, which is 2 p.m. And right now it's 1323, which is 123. So, so her class will be right over here. All the rest of the classes are going to be at that pavilion all the way down there.
Is the Ask the Pier going to be over there also?
The Ask the Pier is also going to be all the way down there. It's just somebody, she understood that it was her class is going to be up here, so she's comfortable, and I do not want to make her move because she just, I mean, if you've ever seen a cat just be comfortable, you don't want to move them. So she's, so the tablet weaving will be up here, everything else will be down there. One final thing is, we have brisket tonight. Lauren made a lot of brisket. We're used to having about 115, 120 at this event, but learning lesson, just because it's not on the Kingdom calendar doesn't mean there isn't a major event somewhere in the world that's going to pull like half your usual people. AKA people who would usually come here that don't go to Penzic, they went to Penzic this year. So that was, we probably lost about a good 20 to Penzic. So, but long story short, we have lots of brisket. Lots and lots of brisket. So bring a side dish to share, and even if you didn't, come have some brisket. After the brisket, after the potluck, there will be a revel. It's always been called the drunkening.
A revel of questionable sobriety.
Yes, there will be. But the thing is there will be party games there. I just want to make sure everybody understands this is a PG-13 environment. If you do not feel comfortable having your kid watch a PG-13 movie, let me know so we can hold off on starting party games until after you've had a chance to tuck them into bed. We can even pretend like we're all going to bed ourselves if it makes your job easier as a parent. Okay, I've done that before, and it works. It works great. You know, we go off and we hide, we wait for the kid to go to bed, and it's like, okay, we sneak back, and it's great. So, having been a parent, I get it. But the thing is just a reminder for the What's Under Your Kilt game tonight. You need to have all the regimental bits covered. If you don't have a kilt, as long as you have some kind of skirt-like object with something hidden underneath it for the guessers to guess, you're covered. But yes, there will be an armor inspection before that game to make sure nobody's accidentally grabbing any regimental bits.
My man-at-arms will be doing that.
No. All wear gloves.
Okay.
I have an extra dress if somebody needs it.
I have extra.
You in particular, Mingus. I have brooches.
Oh,
it will be whipped off if something else is found.
Also, each one of these pavilions has an electrical outlet, so if you have any kind of medical device, phone you need to charge, whatever, have at it. Just make sure that if you're charging your phone and somebody has a medical device, give them priority, please. I even have like an extra battery just for phone charging if that's all you need to do is charge a phone and somebody needs to charge a medical device.
And I have an extension cord that has 3 outlets to it if that is needed. So.
Yes. So if you need any assistance with anything whatsoever, everybody's done a really good job at keeping this place nice and pretty. As far as I know, we've had no complaints with regards to outside guests. But welcome them, invite them to the potluck tonight. Who knows, they might be our new friends. Otherwise, at least they know we're nice people.
Are they still here?
Yeah. Well, there was 2 separate. There was the guys in the truck who said they'd come back because they heard there was brisket. And then these poor people over here that can hear us talking about them. Hi.
So the thing with the guys that are coming back this evening, I caught them down here with a big fire and a big beautiful camp, and I went down there and I got all this mob of people that came up here to protect us. It was awesome.
It was the welcoming crew.
We all said hi. We were very nice.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but anyways, I think that's everything now.
I think that's
okay. So, continue to have fun today. We wanted people to be able to focus on fighting, and then not have to choose between A&S and fighting. So we kind of structured it a little bit different. I know our fencers got to focus on fencing and nerd out and stuff, and so, but yeah, we're gonna have, and something about the largesse derby, I believe. How's that going?
Yeah, I can't get up, sorry.
Just talk.
Yes, largesse derby is down in the A&S pavilion. If you have largesse that you brought, bring it down there, and then stop back by at 4 o'clock to claim your prize. And there's also a trade table at gate.
Yes, thank you. I knew I was forgetting something. Okay, so, but anyways, you know me, you know Terry. If you need anything, grab one of us, and we'll do our best to accommodate you. Yes, we do need volunteers. There's a volunteer sign up down at gate, which I will go ahead and shut down after courts. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, I think we're done.
Thank you.
3 cheers for the autocrats. Hip hip.
Huzzah!
Hip hip.
Huzzah!
Hip hip.
Huzzah!
There's a question.
Yes. What time is the dinner tonight?
6 o'clock.
We'll go ahead. At 6.
Okay.
And we'll also have an evening court. It's court, lowercase c, court in quotes. It's not an official court. Yeah. But this is so we can wrap up at least the day's business of the cattle raiding and to see how things went between Maeve and Connor.
That'll have to be around 4 because we got to get going.
Okay, so we'll have a quick roundup at 4, but then, yeah, we'll have dinner at 6. Thank you. Sorry about that. Appreciate it.
Thank you for being accommodating.
Whiskey, it's in my fridge.
My Lord Grimrick of Middlesex and my Lady Rusa al-Aliyah are summoned before their excellencies.
Okay. That's the and statement there. Okay. Hi. How are y'all? Hello. Glad y'all could make it.
Yeah.
We have some business that is a little delayed. First of all, if y'all do not know, Grimmick and Rusa are members of Citadel.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
They are second generation SCAers.
Nice.
They have they came to their senses and left Aidenvelt and joined the Outlands. I'm gonna get my kicks in when I can. I'm sorry.
In addition, they are raising a third generation.
Yay!
Let's see. You're an officer.
Right.
You're waiting on your armor, but you're gonna be fighting.
It's here.
You all both have registered names.
Nice.
And you both have registered arms.
Right.
We're missing
Not only
something.
that. If you attended Battlemore, no matter what day you arrived, they were working gate.
All of them, the
Every
family.
single day, they were working at gate.
We saw that.
Their costuming, which got wet, of course, the first day. Lands Connect. Oh my gosh. If you saw the Lands Connect family, this is them.
Huzzah!
However, there is something missing for these two gentles.
And the Crown of the Outlands has empowered us
And honored us.
and honored us mostly to honor you all with an award of arms. Now, see, this is supposed to have happened at the Hafla, but the Hafla kind of blew away. And then we realized that we have beautiful scrolls, but because you have registered arms, White Stag Principal Herald has to affirm them and sign the scroll. He's a wiry man to get a hold of. I mean, if y'all know who Ethelwolf is, he's about this big, and he's fast. Fast. Like lightning. So, there are scrolls. The Crown of the Outlands has signed them. The Principal Herald of the Outlands has not. So, we do not have lovely works of art to give you. But, it is, however,
Whereas it has come to our notice that through diverse great efforts, Grimmick and Rusa, by right of
no, wrong one.
by the words of their majesties, Bardolph and Sevilla, grant you both a word of arms.
And we will have the scrolls
As soon as we
as
can.
soon as we can.
Soonish.
Soonish. But we've been holding off on this for a while, and it's been a challenge to like not. We wanted to do it in a really public place because it's a big deal.
Not just in
And everyone,
Thank
you
you
know,
all.
remembers this, and we wanted to thank you all for giving us patience because we were waiting for them.
Yes.
And so,
Huzzah!
3 cheers for Lord Grimmick and Lady Rusa. Hip hip!
Huzzah!
Hip hip!
Huzzah!
Hip!
Huzzah!
it was an easy push. I did the paperwork. I'm like, look, y'all, let's make this happen. They're like, okay.
Thank you so much.
We did 3 cheers, right?
Yes.
Did you miss that? We can do it again.
No.
Good afternoon. For those of you who don't know who I am Sir Berold. I'm from the Citadel. And I have cleaned out yet another of the world famous Vicomital storage closets. And because of that, there is feast gear, there is some costuming, there's some armor, there's various things of all kinds of things. Down at the last pavilion down there, my man, Sergeant Ingvar, dressed like this but in black. You can't miss him. He is my agent. Go down, take a look. Things are rightly priced for anyone, and I mean I want to take nothing home. Please, go down, see what you'd like, speak to him about it.
So you're saying let's make a deal?
Yes, but sadly, as a Templar Knight, I'm not allowed to touch money as a sergeant he is. So you must deal with him and not I.
I forgot to mention one thing since you mentioned. We have a vendor.
We do.
Anybody know Assad?
Oh.
Yeah.
Heard of him?
Yes. So he is down that way. If you come in gate, you may or may not have seen his tent just past gate. He's got lots of pretties and whatnot. So I forgot to mention we do have a vendor here, and he's over there. So please stop, and he's got like some really cool rattan stuff. Okay. Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah.
The Seneschal of Nahrun, Lady Honora, has words, Your Excellencies.
Hey everybody! Hi. I'm so glad that everybody's having a great time. This is my first Clan Wars. It's now my first Clan Wars as Seneschal. So I hate to do the bad news, but that's my job. So somebody tested positive for COVID. Just have to lay it out there. So if you have come and we've all been in contact with each other at this point. So if you feel yourself getting symptoms, we encourage you to test yourselves, take appropriate measures for yourselves, all of the spiel. Is that it? That's safe in this spot?
Also, if they test positive, you should.
Oh yeah. So if you test positive, please make sure that you email me, alert me, find me, because it needs to be reported. So I think that's it. So I want everybody to have a wonderful time though. The weather's gorgeous. Hopefully those clouds stay and we keep that shade. So awesome. Thank you everybody. Thank you.
Here recesses the court of Baron, His Modness. I just want to go if you don't mind. His Modness, His most rad dudeness, the Carlos, and our lovely Baroness Joella, because she will smack me like nobody's business. You have their excellencies leave to go about the rest of the day and enjoy it.
Huzzah!